In the fast-paced life of New York City, Police Captain Sarah Johnson was heading home, sitting in the back of a taxi. The driver had absolutely no idea that his passenger was no ordinary woman, but a highly important high-ranking officer of the law who held immense authority in the city. Sarah was wearing a simple red dress, which made her look like an average civilian. She was on leave to attend her brother's wedding, and she had decided that she would participate not as an authoritative captain, but simply as a sister. Along the way, the driver suddenly said, "Ma'am, I am only taking this route because of you. Otherwise, I usually don't even look toward this road." Surprised, Sarah asked, "But why, brother? What is wrong with this route?" Sighing deeply, the driver replied, "Ma'am, some police officers stand on this road. The sergeant of this area issues tickets to taxi drivers without any fault and extorts money from them by force. If anyone tries to speak up, he resorts to beating them. I don't know what is written in my fate today. God forbid I run into him, otherwise my hard-earned money for the day will be gone." Sarah thought to herself, "Is an officer from our department really committing such vile acts? Is this completely true?" They had driven only a little further when they spotted Sergeant Tom Davis on the side of the road, stopping vehicles alongside a few of his partners. As soon as the taxi arrived, Tom signaled with his hand for the car to stop. The moment the vehicle pulled over, he yelled angrily, "Hey, cabbie, get out. Do you think you own the road driving this fast? Have you no fear of the law? Come on. Hand over a $500 ticket fine." Saying this, he pulled out his citation book. The driver, whose name was Mike, was terrified. Clasping his hands together, he pleaded, "Sir, I didn't break any rules. Why are you ticketing me? I don't have that much money. Where am I going to get $500 from?" Hearing this, Sergeant Tom's anger escalated. He shouted, "Don't argue with me. If you don't have dollars, do you drive this taxi for free? Come on. Take out your license and registration quickly, or is this taxi stolen?" Mike begged desperately, "Sir, I have only earned $50 the entire day. How can I give you $300? I have small children, and I work all day just to feed my family. Please have mercy on me." But Sergeant Tom remained completely unmoved. In a fit of rage, he grabbed Mike by the collar, shoved him roughly, and barked, "If you don't have dollars, why do you even drive a taxi? And on top of that, you dare to talk back to me? Come on, you're going to the precinct now. I'll teach you a lesson there." At this point, Sarah could no longer hold herself back. She immediately stepped out of the taxi, stood directly in front of the sergeant, and said, "Sergeant, what you are doing is completely wrong. When this driver has made no mistake, why are you putting pressure on him? Furthermore, you physically assaulted him, which is a direct violation of the law and civil rights. You have no right to torment an ordinary citizen. Let him go." Tom Davis, who was already furious, turned red with rage upon hearing these words from an ordinary-looking woman. He mocked her, saying, "Oh, really? So now you're going to teach me the law? You have quite a big mouth. Looks like you need a taste of jail, too. Come on. Both of you can sit together in a cell and keep talking there." Sarah's face flushed with anger, but she controlled herself. She wanted to see just how low this officer could stoop. Tom had no clue that he was messing with the city's police captain. He ordered his partners, "Grab them both and take them to the precinct." 2 male and 2 female officers immediately stepped forward, detained them, and took them to the station. Upon reaching the station, Tom made them sit on a bench and took his seat in his chair. Just then, his phone rang. He picked up and said in a low voice, "Yes, your work will be done. Your name won't come up in that case, just have my payment ready. Don't stress. I'll handle everything for you." Sarah and Mike overheard the entire conversation. Sarah realized that this man wasn't just committing extortion on the streets, but was also running a blatant bribery racket inside the department. Sitting next to her, Mike was crying, thinking about his children. Sarah spoke to him in a calm, soothing voice. "Don't be afraid. He cannot do anything to you. I am with you, and I have witnessed his entire truth. I am no ordinary woman. I am Police Captain Sarah Johnson of the city. I was staying quiet only to gather evidence of his crimes. Just wait a little bit. Astonished, Mike asked, Are you really a captain? But when he was hitting me, why didn't you save me then? You aren't lying to me, are you? Sarah reassured him that she was solidifying the evidence and that the corrupt officer's downfall was imminent. A short while later, Tom called Mike into his private office and threatened, Look, if you want to save your taxi, hand over $300. Otherwise, I run this entire area and I will make your life a living hell. Terrified, Mike pulled out his last $200 from his pocket and handed it over. Tom took the money and muttered, Go sit back outside and send that woman in. Sarah walked into the office without a shred of hesitation. Tom demanded, What's your name? Sarah replied confidently, What business do you have with my name? State your purpose. Tom was stunned that an ordinary woman was speaking to him with such boldness. He threatened her, Don't act too smart with me. We have a cure for your attitude here. A couple of strikes with a nightstick and all your smartness will drain out. If you want to go home, cough up $200 quickly, or I'm throwing you in lockup. Sarah fearlessly countered, I won't give you a single penny. I haven't done anything wrong. Did you receive that uniform just to terrorize citizens and extort bribes? Is this your idea of duty? Losing his mind with rage, Tom bellowed, Lock this woman in the cell right now. The officers complied and put Sarah in a holding cell. Sarah stood there quietly without saying a word, her eyes reflecting not anger, but a profound sense of calm and resolve. A short while later, a black SUV pulled up outside the station, and high-ranking city official James Wilson stormed inside, visibly angry. He demanded, I heard a woman has been locked up in a cell here? The desk officer stammered in fear, Yes, sir. But, just then, Tom Davis walked out and asked, What's the matter, sir? James glared at him and said, I want to see the woman you just threw in lockup. Proudly, Tom led him to the cells, completely unaware that this was the final day of his career. The moment James saw Sarah standing inside the cell, he roared, What have you done? Do you know who this is? This is our city's police captain, Sarah Johnson. You put her in a jail cell? The ground shifted beneath Tom Davis's feet. He began to tremble in sheer terror, stammering, See, Captain, sir, I had absolutely no idea. Sarah stepped out of the cell and calmly detailed the entire incident. How Tom had harassed the taxi driver, taken a bribe, and made a mockery of the law. She immediately dispatched a formal report to the Internal Affairs Bureau, IAB, and the police commissioner. Given the extreme gravity of the situation, the police commissioner and the chief of police personally rushed to the precinct. The commissioner unleashed his fury on Tom Davis, demanding, Who gave you the authority to lock up a citizen without cause? Extorting bribes and harassing innocent people is a federal crime. The statements of Sarah and driver Mike were formally recorded. When Internal Affairs audited the station records and body camera footage, they discovered that Tom Davis had extorted money from dozens of citizens in the past. The next morning, a long line of senior officials' cars parked outside the precinct. The color had completely drained from Tom Davis's face. Under the commissioner's orders, Officer Thames stepped forward and locked handcuffs tightly around Tom's wrists. The commissioner commanded, Put him behind bars this instant. This is the ultimate fate of those who violate the law. And just like that, a corrupt officer faced the consequences of his crimes, and an ordinary driver received justice. Friends, if this story touched your heart and made you believe that truth always triumphs, then please leave a like. Each of your likes gives us the strength to create new stories. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because the next story might be the very one you have been waiting years for.